my fucking goodness. These niggas done dropped the fucking paperwork, bro. Alright, so as you guys know, I just made a video describing what was going on between Diorvsyou and Tezzus. That video is now about to hit 4K fucking views, man. 4K views. I appreciate you guys, bro. Real shit, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And we got over 110 subscribers in the last 24 hours, so thank y'all. Okay, man. So yeah, dude, this is happening live as we speak right now, man. Oh my god. Destroy Lonely, you win. Shit from 2019, nigga was fresh off the boat. So ShawtyRokk posts some paperwork apparently. The people are saying it's from 2019. We're about to look at it right now. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That has to be in regards to the situation. Okay, so let's see what's going on here, man. You with Dylan, you're ready. That is Diorvsyou's real name. Okay, that's his real name. All right. Hi, Flex YouTube. Hey, guys. YouTube, hey. Hey, man. We are continuing the saga here. Flacademics. Okay. We are continuing the YouTube saga here, man. Just yesterday, you know, we had some situations erupt from over Diorvsyou and Tezzus in the ØWAY camp. You know, Diorvsyou was denounced from ØWAY a couple months ago from Ian Connor. Niggas thought it was cap, and then, you know, we saw the performance where Dior was pretty much like, hey, I'm a one-man army. You know what I mean? I don't need 30 niggas on stage. Hence, you know, and we're talking in regards to ØWAY. ShawtyRokk and Tezzus didn't like that. You can watch my last video on that, okay? I broke all that down in, you know, Diorsyyou's origin story. You know what I mean? So yeah, now we're here. About 48 minutes ago, ShawtyRokk had dropped some paperwork, right? So Tezzus and Rock were saying that like Diorvsyou is a rat, he's a snitch, and that is why we are now seeing paperwork, because people are saying post the paperwork, post the paperwork. Well, guys, we have the paperwork now, okay? ShawtyRokk just posted this. It looks like it was from a Snapchat. I'm going to, like, just read through all this. Let's see what's going on here, guys, all right? Interview with Dylan, you're ready. Homicide, okay? So this is in regards to a homicide case. Oh, shit! Thanks for the follow, Days. Okay, all right, so here we go. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. All right. Offense cleared by arrest. So okay, I guess it's saying he's cleared by arrest. Fuck me, dude. Okay, on October 6th, 2019, shit, I can't even talk right now, bro. Homicide, shit, I would have snitched too. Okay, guys, I gotta lock it. All right. On October 6th, 2019, Detective Penrelli and I interviewed Diorvsyou at the CAP office. CAP. I think that's got to stand for like Atlanta Police something. The interview was conducted in interview room number 1. It was audio video recorded via video oversight. The audio video file was burned to a CDR and placed into evidence at the CAP office. A copy of the CDR was retained for the case file. The following is a brief synopsis of the interview with Dylan Diorvsyou. For the full interview, please refer to the CDR. The interview began with me reading Dylan his Miranda rights, Diorvsyou his Miranda rights. Dior signed a Miranda waiver and agreed to speak with us without legal counsel present. So that means he offered to talk without a lawyer being present. Okay, I know that much. Dior stated the following: about 3 or 4 weeks prior to this date, he and his roommates noticed the neighbors who lived above their apartment had begun throwing trash down onto the ground. They asked the neighbors upstairs to stop multiple times, and his roommate Kobe, who was later identified as Cashman Thomas, had become angry by the ongoing problem. On Friday, October 4th, 2019, Dior had a friend over to the apartment, and his roommate Cashman was in his bedroom. Dior heard a knock at the door, so he went to see what it was about. He was confronted by the neighbors from upstairs and possibly other males at the doorway. Dior was unsure which of the males lived at the apartment above his and which were just visiting. They told him to come outside because they wanted to fight. Dylan was confused So he asked why they would want to fight. They explained that someone had called in a noise complaint on them due. Sorry, I'm reading at a fifth grade level right now, bro. I'm so fried. Complaint on them to the leasing office and police. Dior did not call anyone about the noise, so he was confused. Dior and the males discussed the situation, then they requested his roommate come out. Cashman came out and told the males the same thing. I don't know who this Cashman Kobe person is. Um, Cashman came out and told the males the same thing. Then a fight ensued between Cashman and one of the males. After that fight was over, Dior went back inside and continued playing video games with his friends. With his friend. The two groups separated for the night. Okay, so that was Friday. All right, so here's the next day, October 5th, 2019. Everything was back to normal and had seemed to calm between the two groups. So the following day, on Sunday, October 6th, 2019, Dior woke up and went to his brother Jason Uretti's apartment, which is in the same apartment complex. He received a call from Cashman, who asked him if he had heard what just happened. Dior looked at the news and saw that there was news coverage of his apartment. Then he knew something had happened. He and his brother then walked over to the incident location where I spoke with them on the scene. Oh my God, is this the news link right here? Oh, killer sentence in students 2019 death that shook nearby KSU campus. Whoa. Oh, this is Cashman Thomas. Okay, we're not even like there yet as far as like what happened. Let's go to the next page right here. When speaking about Dior's roommate, okay. So this is where Dior is like speaking with law enforcement. I'm assuming that's what that means here because now we have what is the anecdote of what Dior is telling them right here, okay? When speaking about Dior's roommate Cashman, he described Cashman as a black male about the same weight as himself with a slightly longer afro that was shorter on the sides. Dior did not believe Cashman was enrolled in college. Dior stated he was not sure what would have happened for Cashman to act in a maybe a violent manner. A lot of this is cut off, so Dior further explained that the group associated with the apartment above his did not like Cashman. He something the relationship and be more neighborly and be more neighborly. Oh, he tried to mend the relationship and be more neighborly, but neither side wanted to hear it. As a result, Dior just kept to himself. That's what I'm assuming that says. I asked if Cashman had a gun. Dior stated he does. He described the gun as a black semi-automatic pistol, a Glock. Wow. He did not know what caliber the gun was for sure. He has never held, touched, or shot a gun. Um, he only knew Cashman for a couple months and was unsure when he obtained it. Dylan knew that Cashman something the shooting range, maybe like frequented the shooting range, but was unsure why he needed a gun since he did not carry it with him. Damn. Dior stated that he had three roommates: Cashman, a white male named Nick, and an Indian male whose name we don't know, maybe. They all had separate bedrooms that were connected to a common area. Dior provided an Instagram username for Cashman, TTV Kobe, that he later admitted was not Cashman. Is that Instagram still up? Interesting. Interesting. He later admitted that was not Cashman. I brought Dior's phone into the interview room and asked that he provide Cashman's phone number and something name. He initially stated he doesn't talk to Cashman very often. He stated he did not have Cashman's contact saved in his phone initially. He attempted to pull up Cashman's Instagram account but was unable to. I asked Dior if he knew where his driver's license was. He stated it was in his bedroom in a bag. I explained something was located outside of his apartment where the shooting happened. He was unsure why it was there, but stated, oh, it probably fell out of his bag. During the interview, an incoming call from a contact labeled as Cash came into Dior's phone. Okay, so the Cash guy is calling Dior right now. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Dylan answered on speakerphone. Oh, my goodness. Dior answered the call from Cash on speakerphone in the interrogation room and had the following conversation with the male who called. Oh, my goodness. They have the fucking script here? All right, so Dior, yo, Cash, yo, man, so Dior, yo, what happened, bro? So this is the phone call that's going on. Dior has the phone on speaker, so like the authorities are like listening to everything that's happening right now. Okay, fuck, this is the last page right here. Dior, yeah, your door is locked. I locked the door, so maybe Cash is like calling Dior saying like, yo, bros, my door locked and shit. So Dior says, yeah, your door is locked. I locked the. Oh, this is Cash's Snapchat. It's just hitting me. All right, so you got my key and all that. Dior said, I didn't even have your key, bro. Cash said, nah, I'm saying, how'd you lock my door? Dior said, I just locked it, bro. You said the key was on the bed, right? Cash, yeah, I'm saying like you took my key, right? Dior, yeah, I guess so. Cash, what you mean? Dior, yeah, I got it. Cash, I'm gonna call you when inaudible. I don't know when, but I'm just making sure you got everything. All right, so just keep me in the loop with everything, and I'm inaudible. If you can't pick up the phone, something like that, just text me and let me know. Dior says, all right. Cash says, all right, bro, where you at right now? Dior says, bro, you just got the house hot. Cash says, huh? Dior says, you got the house hot, bro. I'm just at the spot. Fuck. But he's in the interrogation room right now. Cash, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to make sure. Inaudible. Dior, all right. Cash, you said what? Dior, yeah, bro. I'm gonna hit you, bro, if I see anything. Cash, yeah, bro. I'm gonna call you back tonight because I'm gonna come get my shit, like my book bag and key and all that. Dior, all right. This ended the conversation. Dior explained his prior hesitancy to be truthful with us by explaining that he did not want to be a part of the investigation. He then told us the following. While Dior was his brother's apartment, Cashman called him and told him to lock his door. He told him to make something. And then it cuts off right here, and then it says, Khalil asked if who was about to leave anyway. Got outside, he walked down the stairs and saw Jairus walking. Khalil did not know. Khalil heard Jairus tell one of the males not to run and said, don't run. Khalil began to turn around and leave before the altercation began. He saw one of the males pull a gun from his waistband, so he began to run in the opposite direction. He heard 3 gunshots and felt something strike him in the back. He fell to the ground, then got up and kept running. He could not recall what happened after that. Khalil heard the gunshots. He thought that Jairus had likely been struck by a bullet since he was the only person. Their group of friends close to the shooter. Khalil could not recall who else came out with them. Oluwafemi, and that's the paperwork right there, man. All right, so now we got the article. Oh, the kid died? Killer sentence in student's 2019 death that shook nearby KSU campus. Can we get this shit out the way? Like, dude, I don't want to subscribe to this. Okay. All right, I got it, guys. Okay. So just to keep everybody up, man, we got the article from where this is all stemmed from. You know what I mean? This is the article of the situation. I used a paywall, so we didn't have to pay to get it, but it's written back in reverse. So I just used ChatGPT, and we got it right here now, man. We got it right here. Okay, we got it right here, man. Okay, so Cashman Thomas, 25, was sentenced Thursday after pleading guilty to voluntary manslaughter, reduced from multiple murder-related charges. This tragedy still wakes me up sometimes, one prosecutor wrote in a victim impact statement read aloud during the hearing. Nothing had ever filled the void left by Femi's death. Femi's sister and father were present in court during sentencing. Femi Bonner, 18, and Jarius Khalil, oh, that's the guy from the paperwork, injured, were both injured in the October 6, 2019 shooting while visiting friends. Hundreds of mourners attended Femi's funeral, and university vigil after the shooting shook the community. Prosecutors previously reported that Bonner was remembered as a young man with promise whose life was taken too soon. According to the assistant district attorney, Jared Horowitz, the situation started days before the shooting when downstairs roommates received noise complaints from the neighbors in the apartment above them. Bruce Harvey Thompson, defense attorney, acknowledged that there had been ongoing tension and confrontations between the neighbors, though both sides had issues contributing to the conflict. Bonner said the confrontation escalated after Thomas allegedly flashed a firearm during a fist fight between the groups. When tensions reignited that morning in the parking lot, Thomas yelled for a one-on-one fight, Bonner said, but the situation quickly escalated. Prosecutors stated that moments later, Thomas pulled out a weapon and fired multiple shots while the men were running away. All three shots struck victims in the back. Prosecutors emphasized. Bonner described the mental toll the trauma has taken on him in recent years, including major struggles with his mental health after enduring the devastation of losing his best friend. Watching the video recording of this still hurts my heart every day. There's a video recording? Wow. Bonner told the court, I can't breathe thinking about it. Thomas initially negotiated a plea deal for voluntary manslaughter and illegal firearm possession after aggravated assault charges were reduced. Witnesses voluntarily spoke. This is it. This has to be in regards to Diorvsyou here. To investigators throughout the case, defense attorneys argued Thomas grew up in difficult circumstances and highlighted his academic and athletic achievements, as well as efforts to better himself. If y'all would have worked with us differently, maybe today would be different, Thomas said remorsefully while reacting during the sentencing. I've learned to evaluate situations differently now. I hold myself accountable for my actions. Judge Kelly Hill ultimately sentenced Thomas to 15 years, with credit for time already served in jail since the shooting. He will serve the remainder of probation after his release. Meanwhile, Femi's family continues grieving the loss of a young man whose milestones will never be reached. Femi was the type of person who brought peace to everyone around him. His mother's statement read, he had the whole future ahead of him. They destroyed not just him, but our entire family. So somebody lost their life, and like this kid lost his life in regards to this, man. So this is what Tezzus and ShawtyRokk are upset about. They are essentially upset that Diorvsyou like aided in essentially getting his boy caught in regards to murdering this kid. I'm just gonna wrap this up like this. This on some real shit, guys. Like this is like real life shit, man. You know what I mean? Like this is just not, this kind of this supersedes internet drama. Somebody lost their life here. You know what I mean? You can tell the families are fucking distraught, and families are destroyed in regards to this shit, man. This paperwork from years ago is resurfacing and reigniting conversations around everybody involved. From what's shown here, Dior, he spoke to detectives and provided information during the investigation. But whether people personally view that as snitching is going to depend on, how they interpret the paperwork and the situation itself. You know what I'm saying? This has been a huge part of not even just hip hop, but especially in underground hip hop now. Every few months there's new paperwork, interrogation footage. Just a couple days ago we had Opium Baby's paperwork because of 9 calling him a rat on stage and things like that. You know what I mean? Affidavits, old statements getting resurfaced online. And I feel like the internet itself instantly kind of turns into judge and jury. the word ratting also gets thrown around so much that now sometimes people forget like these are real like homicide cases, real investigations, or real people whose lives got permanently changed because of all this shit, man. I'm not necessarily here to convict anybody or push a narrative one way or the other. Just breaking down what's going around, what's circulating, and just giving context on this whole situation, and letting you guys come to your own conclusions. You know what I mean? So that is what this paperwork here entails, man. Yeah, man. It's just it's a lot going on, guys. It's a lot going on, and condolences to the family as well. I just want to say condolences to the family. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you guys. Let's go to X's. Signing out. See you guys in the next one.